Hello, everyone, to Nespeakiw show, the show where we talk about different topics that might interest you, and English is the main theme. So today I have a special guest. We are going to talk about how to speak in English with confidence. So without further ado, let me introduce my guest.
Salman, I
Yeah,
know we haven't done Nespeakiw together in quite some time, but you look a little different today. Did you get a haircut or something?
yes, yeah, the beard, I guess.
Wow, I can't believe
Well, there's two
you're
of you. Hi, Salman.
can't believe you were able to trick her, Abdelghani. Yeah, I guess we do look a little alike. I just need the glasses and the awesome haircut.
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Um,
even
what
better.
do our audience think? Do we look alike? Maybe Ranu, you can do a day at the embassy, and I can do your job for a day. What
Yes,
do
yes,
our audience think?
yes, of course. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
I personally think you both do. You do look alike.
So we might trick them. Well, they say great minds think alike, but apparently
right.
they even look alike. So,
Exactly. But so I think just in case people get confused, I'm gonna step out of this and let Javier, our second host, take over. Uh, Javier, there you go, giving you the mic.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Ranu. Welcome to the show. It's Javier, and I'm joining you all the way from Philly in the United States.
appreciate you too.
Hi, Javier. Long time no see. How are you?
I'm doing
Did
well, and
see
you?
the resemblance? Do you see the resemblance, or is it just me?
Yeah, the resemblance is uncanny, but I like
That's
what
a
you said,
good
Ranu.
thing. Salman left with chat, so I don't get
So
confused.
we do after all.
Well, Ranu, hi and welcome to the show. Well, we know you have thousands of followers on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. But can you tell us more about yourself? Who is Ranu? What does he do? And yeah, what's your content?
Yes, no problem at all. Well, my name is Abdelghani Keroui, like my full name. Ranu is like somewhat my nickname. It's always been my nickname since I was like really young. I'm 24 years old, about to be 25 years old. I'm a teacher of English. I create content of self-development and teaching English in general. Plus, I work in marketing. I have a business degree. I'm working on myself to get another master's degree in human resources. So I'm all about, let's say, business and English at the same time. I even teach English for business. I've been doing this for a while now, and I really appreciate it. Like it's still as a hobby, started as a hobby and became a way of living, I guess. So this is it.
Great, thanks, Ranu. To the audience just joining in, thanks for joining us as we discuss speaking English with confidence with Ranu motivates you. If you have any questions, please ask them below in the chat. Now, Ranu, where did you get the idea to come up with speaking and motivating English?
Yeah, well, it all started, Javier, as I think so, with my friends. Like they always been like, Ranu, you always motivate us to do the best that we can, like to be the best versions of our own selves. So I've always like been thinking, how can I help more people? How can I reach more people so I can change like perspectives, ideas, and help the others? And I thought about social media. It's like a really powerful tool to reach everyone. That's how the name Ranu motivates you started, like to motivate others to learn English, to work out in general, to be the best version of themselves, you see. So I started making content and posting it on social media. Like it's been less than a year now, but I've seen a lot of people interacting with it. It's like they were like hungry for some good content, for some like positive content. And it's been a really great journey for me. I found out that I really love sitting in front of the camera, talking about stuff that I can help others with. And this is it. It became like this.
Great. Now, Ranu, speaking about motivation, can you tell us more about it? Like, is it natural or do you work on it? Do you make mistakes, then build up your confidence and, well, your motivation as well?
Well, I think it's always the way that how we have to make mistakes in order to be better. You see, like if you don't make mistakes, it means we're not trying at all. So we have to try to make mistakes to learn after that. But to be honest, like being confident have always been something natural with me because I've been in an environment where everyone's trying to get the best out of me. Like they always try, like waited for me to be, I don't know, like the best student, the best athlete, you see. So I've always been that person, I don't know, like the image of the alpha and stuff like that. So I even worked on myself to be better, you see, like, because as I said, we can never reach our, I don't know, like ultimate potential. So we have always to work on ourselves. And I started noticing that I can project that on others because we can also help ourselves to be more confident and to show confidence to others. Because by being confident, you help others to be more confident, you see. And especially when speaking native, like not native language, like speaking foreign languages, for example, English for Algerians, like the way they speak English, it's really hard for them because it's not their mother tongue. So they struggle with it. They don't find it, like they can't find their confidence to do so. So this was my main goal, to help them to be like good in their own skin, like to be comfortable.
Yeah, that's great. Could you tell us more about your method to help others learn English? How can someone who's maybe interested in social media or teaching make their lessons a little bit more interactive?
Yes, the first thing, Javier, is to make it fun. Like you have to make learning fun. Like take away the idea that I'm a teacher, I have to be like strict, to like mean and grumpy all the time. You see, it doesn't work like this. I've always been smiley. I'm like the exact same person when you see me on social media, in person, like in class, I'm always the same. I never like change, you see. And the thing is, as I said, like teaching Algerians English, you have to change the perspective, the mindset of making mistakes. Because people, when they try to talk in another language, they always struggle. They say like, I'm afraid to make mistakes. So the first thing that I build up, like when I have a new group, let's say, for example, I try to break the glass, like to break all the ice between them and make them comfortable with others. And the first thing to do after that is, let's say, to make them think that making mistakes is totally normal, because we have to make mistakes in order to learn. It's like totally normal. For example, Javier, if I want to teach you, for example, let's say French, you haven't been learning French your life, like you didn't wake up and spoke French like directly, see. So you have to make mistakes in order to learn. And it's like a privilege that we have to make mistakes, that sometimes we take it from our own selves. We have to make mistakes in order to grow, you see. So I try to change this mindset, this perspective of like people thinking that making mistakes is totally bad or it's not normal. You see, it's totally normal. You have to be normal. You have to be like someone, I don't know, like have to be natural with it.
Great. Ranu, can you tell us how did you start learning English? What was your motivation to learn it? And what was the progress like? What was your journey with English, basically?
Yes, no problem at all. Well, it all started with movies. I'm a big fan of any Hollywood movie. I started learning.
Same happened to me.
Yeah, I know that. I was like sure of it. NBC2 for us Algerians, we started with that.
NBC3 for me.
Since the bottom, like it came from the bottom. And especially music too, Leticia. Like I've been listening to music since, I don't know, I like music so much. And one of my favorite singers was and will always be is Eminem. Like people think, how can you understand the way he talks? It's like, it's so fast. But I grow up to understand more. So listening to music and watching movies was the beginning for me. I fell in love with the language like at first sight because I really like it. It's like the international language. It was cool when I was young. Like it was really cool to talk in English with others. It's like you find yourself different, I'd say. And then I started using English in my daily life, like trying to talk with others, like my teachers. I worked even for a summer job. I remember I was like 17 years old. I was working with a logistics company. It was an American company. And I was like talking with American people all the time, which was a challenge for me because I wanted to challenge my English language. Like I was used to talking with Algerians, but not like native people. So that was the time that I really challenged myself to talk only in English for like 3 months straight. And after that, I started learning like grammar and vocabulary, like in a proper way, like the correct way. So I made myself better. I started with movies and music, like learn the basics, listening and speaking. Then I made my grammar better so I can teach people how to learn English.
Now, Ranu, one of the first things that I have noticed is that many of us Americans in general notice that you have a very American accent compared to the average Algerian. which is incredible for me because you've never been to the United States, right?
Yes, yes, I really
So,
appreciate it. Thank you.
wow. So tell me, how did you get such a classic American accent, and why didn't you go for, say, a British accent instead?
Because it's like, to be honest, it's cool to start with. It's really cool. And like we are familiar with the American accent because of movies to start with. Like we want to sound exactly as the people we see on the television or we hear in music. So we are influenced by the American accent more than the British accent. It's the international language. It's like when you ask anyone, what type of movies do you like? They won't tell you like, I like British movies because it's not that popular. It's good, but it's not that popular. Watching American movies all our lives. This is how like our ears and our brain to start with is like really smart. It catches everything, like every info you give it to him, it will catch it. And this is how I made my accent like sound American. You see, so it started with the movies and the music and anything related to that, and it was cool. I wanted to sound cool, and ended up sounding American.
Yeah, I agree. Pop culture is an amazing resource that we can all use to
Yeah.
kind of model our speaking. Leticia, you were saying?
That reminds me of something. Once we had Stanley, and he said the same thing about Eminem. He said he started learning English through Eminem's lyrics. Eminem really taught a lot of people English.
Same for me. Same for me. I really love. It's like I love rap, I love pop, I love hip hop in general. So I was listening to Eminem since I was like really young. He was my idol. Like I wanted to sound like him. That man was like great for me. So listening to his music made my English really great. As you said, Javier, it's like we are influenced by it. You see, we try to sound as our heroes, for example. You see, like Eminem, for example, was my hero. I don't know, like Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm like really fan of that actor. So I wanted to sound like them.
Great. Yeah. So we've already discussed making mistakes as a way to learn English and also using pop culture. But do you have any other tips to maybe those in the audience that want to speak English as fluently as possible with an accent like yours, American maybe?
Yeah. Well, as I said, Javier, the first thing, never judge yourself. For example, I'm going to give you like the same example that I give my students. Let's say we are in a room. Javier walks in. He is like trying to talk in Arabic, even though he makes a lot of mistakes because Arabic is like hard for him. He haven't been talking Arabic since like he was born. So, but for me, as an Algerian, I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate the effort that Javier is making to talk in Arabic. I'd be like, great job, Javier. I will help you with that. You can even become better. So this is the exact same thing with us in English, you see. So you have to, as I said, you have to give yourself space and you have to give yourself time so you can sound really great. And the first thing, it's like the people try to judge the accent, like especially for young learners or people that haven't been talking English. They say, I want to sound as American as I can be. Well, accent is really great. It's like something really great to have. But you have to start learning the basics. It's like the alphabet, like how to talk to make a phrase, and then try to make your accent better. Don't try to focus on the accent because you don't know the basics. You don't know how to communicate. You don't know like everyday English. So try to learn English in its like base form. Try to be like as simple as you can, and then work on your accent. Because accent, you can achieve it, you can get it from everywhere, but you have to learn like the basics. Like you have to make a simple question and answer conversation with people, then work on your accent. So the thing is, you have to give yourself time and space to make mistakes. You see, it rhymes. Yeah, Eminem effect, I guess.
Well, Ranu, I had another question. What advice do you have for people that follow you? Is it enough to just watch your content on Instagram, or can they work on themselves like in other perspectives, to other methods?
Yes, exactly. Like as I told you, Leticia, I started making content to change. Like I saw, to be honest, like a lack in positive content. So I wanted to do something different. Like when you enter to my account, like you see something that it's going to make you like little bit better as a human being, you see. And to talk about English, it's not something that you do for like 30 minutes a day or 15 minutes a day. You have to do to make it your way of life. For example, I always ask people to read books, but especially young people like 18, 19, 20-year-olds, they'd be like, it's boring to read a book. I don't like to read books. You see, so you have to change the perspective. How do I change that? By telling them, for example, let's say, for example, Leticia likes muscle cars, like she likes cars. She likes like Bugattis and like fancy cars and stuff. So I say, Leticia, go ahead on Google, write the, let's say, I don't know, like fancy cars, and then write the word blog next to it, like blog. After that, you will get like thousands and thousands and thousands of blogs. You can enter the blog and read the blog. It's going to be fun for you because it's something that you like. I'm not like forcing you to read a really bad book or like a boring book. And at the same time, it's going to be beneficial for your English because you are reading out loud, you are learning new words, you are like working on your listening, speaking, and even reading. You see, so try to make it not something that you have to do, but try to make it as a lifestyle, like something fun for you. Like you want to learn English. It's like I'm not forcing you to learn English. You see what I'm saying?
Great. So we're going to start taking some questions from the audience. Just a reminder that if you have any question for Ranu, you can leave it in the chat. So the first one is from Power Panam, who asks, do you have any groups in Algiers where you can practice Ranu, or do you just have any recommendations about how the audience can actually practice their English?
Yes, I do. I do have classes in Algiers. I'm starting new class, like you can DM me for new class. It's going to be for beginners for next week, inshallah, in Algiers. So welcome everyone. If you want to learn, no problem at all. I can help you with that.
We also have another question from Muhammad in the audience, and he asks, what is your job, Ranu? What do you do for a living?
Yes, I'm a teacher of English, Muhammad, and I am a marketer because, as I told you, I do both of marketing and English at the same time. This is why I work a lot on English for business. I help companies to be more professional in the English field because I have the business degree. So I know all about it. Like I know all about business in English. And at the same time, I teach English because I really like it. I've been doing this for a while, and I see that my method is good with people. Like they appreciate the way I talk with them, like my approach, they say it's good. So I work as a marketing specialist and as a teacher of English. I do like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff right there. Another question from Anas, who says, Ranu mahboub al-fatayat. So clearly you have some fans in the audience here. So do you have anything that you'd like to say to your fans who are watching you right now?
Well, I appreciate you all. I appreciate each and every one of you because seeing you interacting with my content means that I'm doing something right. Because as I told you, Javier, I always wanted to do something like different, not the exact same thing. I wanted to make English fun, and I wanted to make people like better. You see, like I want to do good content, self-development, like talk about business, marketing, and stuff like that. So I really appreciate people liking my content and thinking it's good. It means I'm doing it in the right way. It's like a great thing for me. Thank you.
Anu, another question we have is
hold on, can I just jump in here?
Sure thing.
Yes, man.
I like how someone complimented Ranu about Mahboub al-Fatayat, and he completely ignored and went into his English lessons and motivating other people.
Keeping it professional.
You should be a diplomat. I like that. That's good. All right, back to you, Leticia.
Thank you, bro.
Well, Ranu, we had another question from Manu that says, do you suggest any apps, effective apps to practice English?
Yes. We have like one really simple app, which is Duolingo. It's like a good app for every language, especially English. And there's another app which is called Speakiw. Yes, you can interact with native speakers, so you can talk with people and learn English in the proper way. At the same time, I'll be doing like the thing that I try to do the most. It's like I try to connect people. I make groups on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Messenger, like everywhere, where people can interact with others. Like they talk, they have like discussions, like they do like even Zoom conferences, so they can work on their speaking. So if you want to join, marhaba, no problem at all. Everyone's welcome.
Adel asks, do you know about any classes in Iran?
And to be honest, like I haven't been to Iran since nearly a year, and I don't know, like there's Berlitz there. Berlitz is like so good, so I'm pretty sure that it's good there. But besides that, sorry, but I don't know all about it. I can't recommend you to something or somewhere you'd be like going there and say it's not that good. So I don't know. Berlitz, I'm sure that's good, but besides that, I don't know.
Another question, Ranu, is from Ines. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He says, yes, Ranu, tell us how you deal with managing time between teaching, studying, and working out and staying healthy altogether, because I know you're very busy.
Well, the thing is, we have to fight procrastination because it's like we all have it. It's like inbound with us. So we have to make our priorities right. For example, like working out for me is like an addiction. I don't do it because I just want to, because I have to. I feel better when I work out. So it's like part of my day. Last time, Leticia, I got home, it like was 9 o'clock, I guess, 9 o'clock p.m. I was like burned out. I was like so tired, but I had to work out because I couldn't work out the day after. So I had to do it. I went to the gym and worked out because it was all about priorities. I didn't die. You see, I was like tired, but who cares? Like you can still do it, especially for young people. We have no excuses, like zero excuses. It just, you have to make your priorities right. There's an app, it's called TickTick. It's like really good with managing your time. For time management, you can write there your priorities. It will remind you that you have to work out, you have to work, you have to make an essay or something like that. So the thing is, you just have to make your priorities right. This is it, time management, no problem.
I have another question from Eunice, who asks, do you have a language school, and how can the audience get involved with you? So tell us how exactly we can connect with you.
Well, you can connect with me through Instagram or through Facebook or even through WhatsApp. I'm more active on Instagram, I guess. And I'm working on my English school. It's like I gave you a hint right now. It's like I'm working on it. Inshallah, I will get my English school. But now I'm working with others. Like I'm working in several schools. I'm starting, as I said, a new group for beginners, like a summer camp to learn English properly. So marhaba, everyone who wants to join, marhaba. Inshallah, I'll be starting my own school nearly. So marhaba, everyone's welcome.
And Ranu, could you tell us all, remind us what your Instagram is so we can reach you there?
Yes. My name is Ranu, and the name of Instagram is Ranu Motivates You. Ranu motivates you. Ranu يحفزك. To be fit, to learn English, to be like a better human being. I try to motivate the others and get motivation from them. You see, it works like this.
Inshallah, you open your school, Ranu, and it does great. So we have another question this time from Javier. It's from Rufa, and she asks, do you speak Arabic? It's very impressive. Where did you learn it? This is for
Arabic. Yes, أتحدث عربية. نعم. I've always been good with Arabic.
This is for Javier, not Ranu.
I was like,
oh, the question is to me. نعم أتحدث العربية ولكني نعم أدرس العربية الآن ولكن مع الأسف لا أتحدث بشكل جيد.
Bro, like you're killing it.
أنا أعتقد ذلك.
Talking about.
أتحدث بشكل جيد.
You're doing a good job, Javier. You got a really good practice. It's not easy.
Agree. Javier, did you have any more questions?
Yes, we have another question from Mohammed, who asks, could you tell us about job interviews in English? And for example, what if someone had a job interview with the U.S.Embassy? What are some tips that you would give them?
Well, the first thing is to be yourself, to be confident, to show confidence. Like you don't work out, don't get into an interview like thinking that you're going to be not hired. Like think in the winning perspective, have the winning perspective, try to impress people, and at the same time, like not over impress them. Like don't try to fake it, try to be yourself, try to talk with confidence. Your body language, don't talk like this, like try to be, I don't know, like have to be natural with it, and try to impress them by stating the facts. So don't use emotions like, because I love you, you have to hire me because you're cute, you know, see, like try to be professional. At the same time, like state the facts, like why should you pick me? Because I'm someone, I have, I don't know, like I'm really good with time management. I'm a team player. I can help you with this. I can help you with that. If they ask, for example, like, what are your weak points? Don't tell them I work too much, because you're going to be sounding like a liar. No one's going to be taking you seriously. So you have to be natural. You have to be logical. Like, I don't know, if they ask you what are your weak points, you can say, I won't ask for things that I don't know, so end up doing them all by myself, because I'm overachiever. I want to work better, you see. So try to impress them and try to be confident. So sound as confident as you can, because people can feel your energy. Soft skills are really good with this. They say that your hard skills, so your studies and stuff, will get you the interview, and soft skills are what's going to be getting you in, and what's going to get you the job, and you can keep it. So use your soft skills.
Great. Ranu, we had another question from Amal that says, do you have a master in English or any degree that's related to English?
Yes, I have several degrees in English. I'm still working on my TESOL right now from the ITTI of New York. Now, I didn't study English in the university. Like, as I told you, I was like in between English and business, but I was already good with English. So I was like, I like business. So I should be doing business, and then study English by my own in institutes and get my degrees. As I told you, I'm working on my TESOL right now. I have several degrees from EF, some from different institutes, but I'm working on my TESOL right now. Inshallah, I'm going to be getting it in no time, like less than a month. So this is it. And this is like my advice for young teachers. If you want to be a good teacher, you have to learn how to teach English, how to teach in general. You see, you have to interact with people, you see, because I know a lot of people that are really good with the language, but they don't have the good method to teach, be natural. You have to be not boring. You have to be creative. My internet is unstable.
I think, yeah, there is an internet problem.
Why?
We can hear you, but surprisingly, the image, it's...
Can you hear me, Leticia?
I think it's better now.
Because,
Yes, I think it's better.
Yeah, it's because the internet is unstable.
Javier, do you have any more questions, or can I ask?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, غانو اسك تقدر تمد لنا نصيحة للناس اللي راهم يشوفوا بصح ما تقدموش بزاف في الانجلي، يعني مازالهم في النيفو الأول مبتدئ، نصيحتكم بالدرجة بصح.
Yes, no problem. هذه العباد اللي يحبوا يتعلموا الانجليزي اللي تسمى المبتدئين.
يس بصح راهم مبتدئين، اسم النصيحة تكون بالدرجة.
بالدرجة خلاص. الحاجة الأولى ما تحقرش روحك. هذه الحاجة الأولى قاعدك ما تحقرش روحك، والحاجة الدوزيام ما تكومباريش روحك، ما تقارنش روحك بالناس اللي تهضر مليح الانجليزيه. على خاطرش دوك انا كيف نهضر مليح الانجليزيه ما تعلمتش ما بين لي اختها. بديت نتعلم اللغه الانجليزيه ملي كنت صغير. كنت نحبها ملي كنت صغير، تما هذا الشيء كان طول معايا. حب يقول الهدف تاعي انا كي نجي نعلمك انجليزيه واش تعلمته انا فوق الطويل تتعلمه فوق القصير، بصح ما تقارنش نفسك. اعطي روحك الوقت، خاطرش هذه اي لغه جديده تجي تعلمها لازم لك وقت معها. وفي الوقت كما قلت لكم اسمح لروحك انك تغلط، ما تكون جديد اغلط. كانت عندي واحد التلميذه ليتيسيا جايه صغيره هكا، قصيره في لاطاي، ما تعرفش تهضر كاع الانجليزيه والو، بصح كي نقول لهم زعما شكون اللي يقرا لي دوك، نعطيهم زعما كتكست، نقول شكون يقرا لي هدايا، هي اللي تفديدها الشيخ انا نقرا، سير انا نقرا، ما تعرف والو انجليه، متخلط بصح شنو الشيء از سو كونفيدنت. يا جاي شغل لايك هذوك العباد شغل قصار كيوت هكايا.
عبالي صغيره فلاش زعما صغيره.
لا she was a teenager like 18 years old.
اوكي.
بصح شنو ما تعرفش انجليزي ليتيسيا، شو كان خير منها في الجروب، بصح she doesn't care. ما تحوش تفهم. تقول لي الشيخ انا باش نتعلم، جيت باش نخلطها، تقول لي معليش نخلطها، انا شحال نفرح نقول هكايا، قول هضري خذي راحتك، هضري كيما حبيتي. تما ما تخافوش، الناس ماهيش حتجوجيكم، خاطر كيما قلت لكم هذه ماشي اللغه تاعكم الام، لازم تسمحوا لوحدكم باش اغلطوا. تعلموا بشويه سيو كل يوم هضروا، وهذا الشيء ما ترجعوش للعقوبات. اللغه الانجليزيه ماشي نقراها غير في الكلاسه ولا غير كيقول الشيخ قراها، ماشي عقوبه، لازم نعيشها. نحكم السيتينغز البارامتر تليفون نديروا بالانجليزيه، نتبع لي باج الانجليزيه، نقرا كتابات الانجليزيه، نقرا مقالات الانجليزيه. دوكا كاين بودكاست بزاف مليح، نسمع اي حاجه حاب نسمعها. ليسونسيال نعطي روحي الوقت وما نحقرش روحي. ما تحقروش وحدكم، خاطر انا ما زدتش نهضر اللغه الانجليزيه من الاخر، تما تعلمتها كيما تعلموها.
Great. So on that note, I think that's it for questions. Thank you so much, Ranu, for this amazing chat that we've just had. For everyone here in the audience, I just want to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, U.S. Embassy Algiers, if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell. So make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, U.S. Embassy Algiers. And before we go, Ranu, I'll give you a chance to list your socials, how people can follow you.
Yes. Well, مرحبا بكم. You can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Ranu Motivates You, or on Facebook too. It's Ranu Motivates You, and inshallah I'll be posting lessons on YouTube, which is Ranu Speaks. يعني Ranu يتحدث. Thank you, Javier. Really appreciate it, and you got a really good Arabic accent. Thank you, Leticia. It's been a really great pleasure, as always. And go follow the U.S. Embassy, of course, because they do really good stuff. منهم يديروا بزاف باللغة الإنجليزية كيما هذه تاع نسبيكيو. كي يكونوا other episodes دخلوا شوفوهم باش تعلموا بزاف. بيقول you have to interact with English. Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you for the invite. I hope we helped you. بإمكان بشيء بسيط وتعلمتوا حاجة. And thank you, Salman. Where are you? We want to see you.
I'm still here. Thank you, Ranu, for making time for us. It's been great. Really admire how fast you are helping other people learn. And yeah, if you're out there and you want to learn English and you want to have a good accent, I hope that you enjoyed this live and you follow Ranu Motivates You on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube.